Morning students, today we are going to discuss about the next part of the chapter neural control and coordination. In this topic we will discuss about how the message or nerve impulse generate across a nerve fiber and how this message is transmitted along the axon. So before discussing this nerve transmission topic, just we discuss about some definition related to this topic. First, what is potential difference? Difference in the electric charge between two places or between 2 points is known as potential difference. So neuron axon membrane also has some potential difference, that is positive negative charge difference between two area. This is known as potential difference. So this is known as membrane potential. So difference in the electric charge between inside and outside of the membrane. Suppose axon membrane inside is negative charge and axon membrane outside is positively charged, so this create a potential difference termed as membrane potential. Next is resting membrane potential. Resting membrane potential describe the unstimulated and polarized state of neuron. Its value is near about minus 70 millivolt. Next is sodium potassium pump. Sodium potassium pumps are specialized pump or specialized protein pump that uses the energy to transport sodium ions out and in. Next is polarization. Polarization is the situation where membrane separate a more negative inside from a positive outside. Means it has a specific potential difference. Next, depolarization. When message is applied to the nerve fiber or when the stimulus is applied to the nerve fiber, then the membrane is more permeable to sodium ion, so it will create a reverse in the potential difference or reverse in the charge before it conducting the message. Means when the neuron is in resting state, the membrane is more positive outside and inside it is negative, but when the message is applied or stimulus is applied, then the membrane will more positive inside and negative outside. This is known as depolarization, and this will generate action potential. And next is refractory period. Suppose a message is applied to one axon, so axon completely transmit the message and next message is received when first message is already delivered. The time period to regain to its original position is known as refractory period. So axon cannot respond to a new stimulus while it is re-establishing the original concentration of sodium and potassium using the sodium potassium pump in cell membrane. Next is saltatory conduction. Saltatory conduction describe the conduction of nerve impulse along a myelinated neuron or myelinated fiber. Means in saltatory conduction, the message jump from one node of Ranvier to next node of Ranvier. In myelinated neuron, the conduction is very fast because this conduction is known as saltatory conduction, and this conduction take place from one node of Ranvier to next node of Ranvier. Next is all or none principle. This represent that the neuron will transmit the impulse all in one time, and if it does not transmit the impulse, then it will does not you can say generate a potential difference. Means the message is transferred completely or nothing is transferred. Yes, this is the structure in which axon is resting in state. You can see axon membrane contain more positive charge outside and negative charge inside. This positive negative charge is maintained by sodium potassium pump. 3 sodium will move outside and 2 potassium will move inside during resting state, and it will create more positive charge outside than inside. Inside contain negative charge organic ions and protein also present in inside area, so it will create a potential difference known as resting membrane potential. When stimulus is applied at this point B, then the potential get reversed. Potential get reversed means sodium will move inside rapidly and negative charge will move outside. So it will create a difference in positive negative charge known as depolarized state, and by this the message is travel from point A to point B and then point B to point C. This is the way by which the message is transmitted across the excited axon. Next is synapse. Synapse is the gap between two, or you can say synapse is the junction between two neurons. And there are two type of synapse: electrical synapse and chemical synapse. Yes, you can see axon ending and dendrite has a functional gap known as synapse. In this gap, chemical is released known as neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter help in transmitting the message from axon end to next dendrite. So electrical signal travel throughout your nervous system carrying information from one place to another place. The nervous system is made up of nerve cells called as neuron. Neurons have gap in between known as synaptic spaces, which an electrical signal has to jump across in order to continue. In some electrical machinery, electrical signals jump across a tiny gap as a spark, and this chemical are generally called as neurotransmitter. Yes, this is the synaptic transmission. You can see the upward portion is known as axon ending and the lower area is dendrites. Dendrites receive the message and axon ending will deliver the message to next neuron. So axon ending contain the vesicles in which neurotransmitter is stored, chemical is stored. When the message is traveling towards axon end, then in axon end this vesicle will fuse with the membrane of axon ending, and it will release the chemical known as neurotransmitters, and this neurotransmitter will receive by the receptor present on dendrite area, and this further neurotransmitter will generate the action potential in the next successive neuron, and by this the message travel from one axon end to the next neuron dendrite portion. This is known as synaptic transmission. You can see it is mentioned clearly in the numbering point 1, 2, 3 and 4. In one, vesicles with neurotransmitter is present inside, and then vesicle will fuse with the membrane and this chemical will released and it will attach with the receptors, and further the messages travel from one axon ending to next dendrite portion. Thank you.